Kill him. I'm out. Somebody else clean this mess up.
You guys can get the mop and bucket.
I'm the inverse janitor. I hire the janitors. That's all right. Well, let's dive into game number 2. We've got a draft ready to rock and roll. It's Hokori that leads 1-0 in this best of 3. Could be the last match of the day, but perhaps, just perhaps, Unknown could take us to that game 3 decider. It all starts with the draft, and my word, for the first time in maybe all of the South American DPC, Lion enters the first 4 banning duo here on the side of Hokori. What in the hell?
Come
on now.
Yeah.
Is that Beastmaster's out? So now we're summoning freaking Lion?
Radiant team pick.
Oh, so yeah,
solid opener.
Usually picked against Nick, so maybe that's what they're going for here.
Okay. Well, yeah, you're right. You covered your Knicks pick. Well done. Fair enough.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, Knicks is great. I just think that's kind of funny.
5 seconds.
I mean, Snapfire did get banned, so yeah, it's a little unconventional, but
Well, they want bat, right?
It does block the bat.
That's all I see. Is that I'm setting up for a bat right.
I'm just seeing there's no Centaur. Okay, Earth Spirit plus Mars.
possible. Maybe. Yeah, I'm down with the Mars. I think it's good.
We need something here that doesn't reveal too much.
10 seconds remaining.
They could go for
Grimstroke.
yeah.
Okay, that reveals nothing. Grimstroke Earth Spirit. Good setup. Oh! Early Darkseer.
Okay.
Well, ish.
So what do you ban now? I guess you take that anti-mage.
Probably Ember Spirit. Maybe some of the other spirits.
Oh, okay. You mean for unknown? I was thinking about like the carries you want to take out so that you don't get crushed.
Jug, Bloodseeker, CK, something like that.
I think AM might be a hero you want to take out.
Yeah, definitely the AM.
All right.
I don't want to mess with that. That's we're down a game. We got an AM player. It's a Darkseer lane. It's their time to shine.
Right.
Okay, good call.
Yeah,
really good call.
They
we hate that one.
Yeah, the
I'd
other
honestly
ones...
go Bloodseeker.
Yeah, I agree. I think he has decent sustain. It's a good hero. We're not seeing it that much, but I think you're right.
I think his recent pick rate is not indicative of his power, especially with the Grimstroke. That pairing is just so nasty. You get free blood rights. Bloodseeker's whole thing is that he doesn't have a stun.
You're
having a
buffable
buffable stun.
Oh, I wonder if they can just like carapace, go on top of him, kill him if they go Bloodseeker.
Well, sometimes.
Such an interesting setup to start with this Nyx Darkseer. It's like, because Darkseer also gets countered pretty hard by Nyx too, right? And then you still have this Batrider option too, but they're so busy banning out potential like Darkseer pairings, like the Vacuum and LSA, and then just helping out a rather weak carry in the PL. I mean, I like what this opens up in their draft.
As far as we know, they could Batrider, and I think Batrider with Surge and Iron Shell is super pog.
Yeah. Yeah.
Radiant team ban.
Doom ban.
All right, Doom Grimstroke combo, and they take out a spirit.
What are they picking?
I guess are they picking Beastmaster here? Are they?
Yeah, these are not Darkseer bands. These are something we're picking bands.
Yeah.
And the Beastmaster definitely stands out, but that would be if they were doing the Axis thing again.
Exactly. I guess they just believe on it a lot. Guys, just get over it.
Yeah, but they didn't even do it.
Yeah, but if they are doing it, I think it's going to be mid. Like, if they actually pick Beastmaster now, I think they're going with the Axis build.
There's no way you do that versus Nyx, though, right? Like, that already makes it... Like, it's already so weakened that I wouldn't want to get just destroyed by Nyx Assassin. Although, he is weaker now without the max movement speed, but still able to catch him, I think, in time.
Still sounds terrible. Why are we shoehorning...
Yeah, let's go away. I'd like a Drow lineup, maybe.
Oh, okay. I like this.
Fine.
They steal it
nice
from
stun.
Hokori. Good with the Inkswell.
Another one of these kind of sleeper heroes. I think of Sand King kind of similar to Bloodseeker. We don't see him picked that much, but when you do see him, you always have that, oh wow, why don't we see this hero more kind of vibe.
5 seconds remaining.
I think Warlock looks nice. Maybe not particularly good versus Sand King, but it is really good with their own heroes. In a vacuum, but nailed it.
Okay. I am on the Warlock hype train, though.
Yeah, I mean,
give me a little wombo.
Like
Hit me with a combo.
I guess they have a lot of like AoE damage, though. Is the golem gonna be sad? Like, is gonna be dropped and just die to the sandstorm?
Radiant team pick.
I don't know. I just see fatal bonds and think big. You know, but this is better in lane versus the Sand King Earth Spirit.
So they really like to pick these super strong 5s, right? They went for the Bane in that game. Now they go for the Undying.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're just gonna go Luna again. I really like this strong 5 pairing with the Luna.
I don't like the Luna. I'd rather just get like a melee hero that actually uses Ion Shell and like play faster.
How about
like Troll or
okay, I was gonna say Troll.
Ursa.
Maybe Lifestealer is good for them here.
He loves Ion Shell.
I have Nyx. We'll see what this next pick is.
Yeah.
For unknown. Oh well, what they got? They want the Bloodseeker. All right, good call.
Just go Lifestealer. Just infest whoever gets ruptured. I'm gonna be fine.
I think it looks even better now. Yeah. Grab Lifestealer, then pick up like a Bat Rider.
I guess the Sand King is the only problem because he has that instant
5
blink.
seconds remaining.
Is it really that big of a problem though?
It's a little bit.
It's annoying.
If they get like a burst hero as their mid, then it's a problem. Right now, I don't think they have that much damage to kill the Lifestealer.
The defensive option is really nice for Sand King Earth Spirit. I'm trying to think of another hero that offers that. You know?
It would have been the Jug, obviously.
Yeah, they landed this house.
There's nothing else that really fits this category.
Then you have to invent one.
I guess like Morphling for some teams, but
okay.
Yeah, they'll just troll.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Very solid. Uses Darkseer, Roches, pushes, which they all lack. I guess the mischance is pretty pog in the lane of the Tombstone, so it's going to be a little harder for them to take you down.
10 seconds remaining.
This is good.
I know need a big mid hero like a Dusa-esque hero. Probably not Dusa.
Maybe the
that's not very good
Morphling
this game.
that you talked about.
Yeah, potentially.
You can become the Undying. I think you can become the Darkseer. There's like a lot of.
Or they could just kill towers. That would also be good.
But all of those heroes are like Lash or DP, and they get countered by Nyx.
Yeah.
What if they DK? Is that too passive? Not passive, but like it doesn't scale as much.
Does put them on this kind of weird timer lineup.
They can Pugna. It's actually legit, except for getting Mana Bird. But everything else is good. The Viper and the Venom are excellent bans. That would fit that idea of just like playing a little bit faster.
I don't know. I think that Morphling is the hero, but I'm not sure whether RoboZ is a Morphling player.
Bigger question is, what does Analog want here? Another blind pick, no Lina, no Storm.
Any AoE stuns out of the mid? They could lash, right?
10 seconds.
Void Spirit. That Void Spirit is decent, right? You can.
Ember is in. You got that
the
Darkseer.
Lawnmower. It's always a
Mow
good
it
one.
Down.
Both are really good to Darkseer.
The only downside is if you get silenced by Earth Spirit, you're just dead. Burrow Strike, Phantom, Bloodseeker.
Yeah, you have to go Yield Scepter in this game.
Yeah,
for sure.
It is 3 forms of silence. You're not wrong.
Plus, they have a pick left. Although you did just ban Viper and Veno. Man, I wish Lena was there. I want to see some big vacuums. Can we? Wait. Is Mag banned?
How about
Can we go?
Yeah, Mag,
it's Alpha Mag.
Mag
It's Brazil Mag, though. I'm not sure he's gonna feel comfortable playing.
Oh yeah, true.
Mag with Ping. But I'll be down.
Just empower. Vacuum combos.
Radiant team.
What do you got for us? Wow, guys.
Oh.
Don't fix what ain't broken.
I mean, it's
They
not
go DK.
AoE stun, but it's AoE damage, right? Breathe fire and that shard. That's a lot.
Actually, you're right. The shard does up DK's AoE damage by a good amount. So this is kind of boggy, actually, now that you think about it.
Yep.
It's a
All right.
fiery
5
bog.
seconds remaining.
Shoot.
DK level 25 has AoE stun. Yeah, 3 points, right?
True.
We can get there. I'm not even sure if in the last
listen
game.
to this position
he was
for
level 25.
DK player trying to get it. Now, guys, when my
Actually,
position for
Dragon
DK
Knight-
gets level 25.
This is a tough last pick.
I don't know. He's bad. No, bad. You can play bad because of the Nyx. I don't think there's a good hero here. No
Alright.
Invoker.
Go Mirana mid or Pugna. Pugna's still okay.
Pugna versus Troll is
Pugna versus Nick
very
sucks,
good.
but I don't know. I'm not feeling this game right now. Alchemist?
Yeah, I
That's
guess
also
you
versus
have to go
Nyx.
something out of the box here.
Okay. I'm
Very
actually
in the
all right with
box,
this.
but
I
it's the
know
push.
you're right. It's annoying versus Nyx Assassin, but I think it checks off more boxes. And they're also going to side lane it. It is going to be the mid Sand King
Oh.
versus the DK.
Are we
If-
more happy about this? I'm not sure.
Well, I only wanted them to mid Sand King if they were going to go for a 4 Hoodwink was going to be my suggestion for the break. And then I was like,
Wow.
I don't know if I
You were
want to go
going
mid
deep on
Sand
that,
King. Yeah, then they 3 the Earth
Uh.
Spirit. I had some strats in my head, okay?
well,
This is why I don't say everything I
guess-
come up with.
I mean, I get what he's doing with this. Like, you can slow down the Dragon Knight push because he just sandstorms and the DK has high armor, but the sandstorm actually hurts. So it's a way for them to protect their towers. But I'm not sure that's what you want from
Yeah,
your
but-
mid. That's really my pet peeve.
Exactly. It's like, yeah, there's going to be moments for the Sand King. He's probably going to get a lot of last hits in lane. The magic damage is annoying. Sure, it slows down pushes, but is it going to run down the game the same way the DK will?
Mhm.
You're going to be giving the DK a lot of space to do his jungle rotations, move around. I think this is 2-0. I'm liking this Hokori draft. The Gardic Undying, I'm ready to believe, man. Plus, I want to see Darkseer continue to do well, man. This hero's fun.
It all comes down to how Lumiere plays this game. He can't be as passive as last game, I don't think, because he's not going to come in with that same impact like the Luna was able to.
Yeah.
And then he needs to be cautious at that like 10-minute push. I will be very curious to watch the 10-minute push in the mid lane. If they need the 10-minute catapult from Hokori, that's going to be the best time to defend as unknown, right? And that might be the turning point. Question is, can Sand King hold his mid tower until that point?
Yes.
Well, we're going to find out because our draft is done and we're stuck with a pause as we get ready for game number 2. Gary and Theban, you're up one more time. The long day that is Friday, 3 series. Here we are. And a Darkseer pick. How excited are you, Gary? I ask you how excited you are a lot, and you always have to say you're super excited. So,
Excited!
Scripted.
I'm brimming with excitement, Sayori.
It's your only line, Gary. You're only excited. You love Dota.
I do. I know it is in my blood. I mean, I've been playing for a long time, Theban. Yeah, I generally struggle to remember the first time I played Dota 2. It's back in the day, basically, when Void Ulti was global and Ricky had a Death Ward that you could move around and do random shit with. Yeah. Those were the
Oh, the
golden days
Warcraft
of Dota
1. That's what you're talking about. Warcraft 1
3,
Dota.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Warcraft 3 Dota.
Yeah.
Dota 1. Yeah.
Dota 1, yeah.
That's what it was. What was it called? Reign of Chaos? Yeah. And then they got the Frozen Throne, which was
The
Dota
Frozen
All
Throne.
Stars. Yeah, Reign of Chaos Dota was crazy. Where like all your spells can do damage to towers. And I remember there was like a TA that had like a Starfall or something that does damage to towers.
You had
That was a lot
Kotl
of
with Will-O-Wisp
old
that would like
memories.
make little priests come out, and you'd push lanes with little priests that came out of your Kotl. Illuminate did damage to towers. Who
And
was
they
it?
would heal
Leshrac?
heroes too.
Yeah.
Or
And
something.
then you had Leshrac was like old Keeper of the Grove, where you had that entangling claws that you could use on towers that would disarm them and do damage. Yeah, some real bonkers stuff back in the Dota 1 days. We are paused, and I just want to point out that it looked like Hokori were drawing on the map, kind of indicating where they thought Unknown were coming from and what they want to do. So we might see some action early on towards Radiant Triangle. We'll see if those plans do actually come to fruition. But draft-wise, Theban, we see a Sand King again. He's coming into a kind of a prominent position in these drafts now with his nice stuns, his ability to defend towers. But it's a mid-lane Sand King here. How do you feel about that for
Yeah.
Rebel Z?
I feel as if Unknown were thinking about the previous game and thinking that, oh, the Psyche did so much damage and he was able to just be so annoying to us, just a counter initiation, and they wanted to take it themselves. The last pick, Death Prophet as well, it's a bit weird, you know. They didn't want to pick an offlaner that gets punished by the troll too, so they decided to move the Psyche to the mid lane, have the DP offlane. I'm not a big fan of what Unknown's doing right now. They gotta really get the ball going early, and they gotta keep, you know, choking Hokori out the whole game, because if they don't, Hokori win like one team fight, it's gonna look really rough for Unknown to come back.
Yeah, and we've seen how well that Lumiere can use the space he's given as well. You know, incredible farming speed on that man. And his Luna obviously showing it off in game 1, and his Troll no exception, as we've seen some pretty fast Battle Fury timings come up. Might be seeing the Maelstrom this game, though. We'll figure out and cross that bridge when it comes. And it does look as though Unknown move up towards that top jungle area, as Gardic is kind of signaling out there, but no real clash.
Misha has a ward. They're gonna notice Misha warding here. Yep, they saw it. That's gonna be an instant D ward, because Earthsphere got the ward out first with his boots and the rolling boulder.
Out on the map much faster. Poor El Misho. I don't know, he's thinking about sneaking a little rune here.
To battle.
Lurking around in the shadows, waiting to come around the back end of Unknown. I've also got, you know, Robo-Z in that nice little spot in the mid lane, waiting to see if anybody does come to scout out the vision in there.
Yeah, all these pings are like giving information, like the players are giving information to one another where the opponent possibly could be and where they warded as well. And we've been seeing a lot of this. So I saw 2 pings go to this Radiant ward as well. Even though they didn't see the Earthsphere planted there, they suspect that there is a ward there. Now Misha just gonna get the 3rd rune. 3 runes for
nice.
Hokori. Feels amazing. They should have just de-warded this right away.
Yeah, they get it done now.
You wouldn't have that information.
Good point. And it looks like El Misho's going to make that long walk back down towards bottom. We should have that Gardic, Undying, Lumiere Troll up against, as we see, the Witch, Earth Spirit, and Sacred on that DP. And down bottom,
and
Teemo,
another
Bloodseeker.
It's gonna say another reason why they also got the DP offlane and Sanking mid is so that the Undying will also not be able to punish the Sanking offlane here. Oh man, so much damage from that stroke.
Yeah, Teemo. To scutter back to his tower. Under that tower protection, a bit of extra HP regen. Already being dished a lot of damage, but Vitaly and El Misho, they get as good as they give. As they'll have to back themselves away.
They actually got 3 last hits on the Darkseer, so he's off to a pretty good start. You need to really make sure you deny as many creeps as you can on these early Iron Shells, so the Darkseer will be late to level 3. And then you can try to win the lane through that.
Little dodge of the blood right, cuts himself into the tree line. They don't have a salve down here just yet, but yeah, there's one coming, and null tally as well for the Darkseer, and plenty of regen on that Nyx's courier. So they've got all the sustain in the world to stay there.
It's going to be a very high sustain lane.
Yeah, what I'm kind of interested in, Sand King against Dragon Knight. You know, Sand King against melee heroes with a caustic build often feels very powerful. But you've got Breathe Fire, you've got Sustain with the Dragon
look at
Blood.
That damage.
Oh, yeah, just pop the creeps in front of him.
Analog has 5 denies in this lane at the moment, and that's because Sand King has really bad base damage. And the Breathe Fire going to reduce that even further, making it really hard for the Sankey 2 last hit creeps. But like you said, if Robo-Z can get a hit on all the creeps with the caustic and then get a nice burst strike, Analog could possibly get bursted down.
A bit of cute little micro up top. Widge was trying to get his courier away from Gardic and Lumiere. That Troll Waller though finds it as it wandered through the trees. And again, it looks like another one of these games where everyone's pretty comfortably farming. All the POS 1 and POS 2s are dead even. The POS 3s 7-0 each. No one really under a tremendous amount of pressure just yet. Just trading regen, ferrying it out as a roll.
Oh no, Widge went into a tower.
Tier 1 tower. Oh dearie me. Just get the Spirit Siphon out. DP just going to focus down on Tombstone, but First Blood still goes the way of the little Undying.
He said everything is calm, and here goes the Earth Spirit rolling straight into the tower. You gotta be very careful as an Earth Spirit with the angle that you're rolling into. He wanted to get some pressure onto Gardic, but he can see you, man. He can see you rolling in.
He knows exactly where you're heading. Yeah, straight down the middle. Oh man, Analog again loses 30% of his HP. That Caustic just a level 1.
Yeah, and it looks like Analog has also opted for the bottle in this game. Feels like he needs a little bit more sustain on top of the Dragon's Blood level 2 as well. And he's got a Soaring. That's a lot of mana regen, or mana source Analog has now.
Yeah, it's pumping out
Okay.
all the breathe fires. No one really pulling ahead there as bottom lane. Carapace forced out with the Nyx. Blood Right and that Phantom's Embrace does get the Radiant and kill down in that safe lane.
Twins.
But a massive wave for Vitali. Like a double wave there for the Darkseer. Incredible amount of golden XP all gathered up for him.
He's going to be very happy about that. And it looks like he's going for a double or triple null build on Darkseer. I can't say I've seen this yet, but maybe this is some popular somewhere else. I will take a look at that later.
And definitely interesting, yeah.
Definitely.
We used to see
Interesting.
like double nulls on Enigma, what, like 9 months ago or something? You know, the mana regen used to be pretty incredible.
Sacred.
Yeah. Sacred down to Lumiere with those axes.
Tombstone. Yeah, and it looks like he tried to make a rotation towards middle, and that kind of just exposed the Death Prophet. Yeah, even if you pick like these ranged non-strength heroes against Undying, it doesn't mean you're gonna succeed. It's still very, very hard to play into an Undying troll lane. Might be one of the strongest safe lanes you can create.
Yeah, I mean, you're still tanking up Undying so it can battle you, and whittling down your HP. A troll can keep hitting into you too. It is a pretty pushed lane though. Yeah, Undying's got to go back and try and drag this, manipulate the creep wave a bit more, reset it for the troll. Nice to see that Lumiere he is sitting back. You know, a mistake we've seen from plenty of these carry players, trying to be a bit too forward with their aggression. I think Garlic's given the call, just sit back, wait for the creeps to meet you at the tower. As he'll draw the attention of both Earth Spirit and the DP, but yet again, the roll straight past the buttocks of the Undying. He's still going for this Widge. There's Decay stacking up on him. Oh, no stun gaming though, isn't it? So,
no way.
TP out.
Okay. 14% there.
The preemptive
Yeah,
no way.
yeah. I was ready for that.
Just in case it happens.
Robo Z, and this is the hardest part I think for the Dragon Knight playing against the Sankey. Like Sankey doesn't really want to move early. Dragon Knight doesn't want to move. So you got this Dragon 4 mid lane. He can't really get to the tower because there's a standstorm he's got to go through. And Analog's like, all right, boys, what do I do now? He should probably move towards bottom lane and play with the Darkseer and try to put some pressure onto the Bloodseeker because he's having too good of a time down there.
Yeah, try and get some action going. I mean, he grabs up a regen rune down bottom spot. Not really the best active rune he could go and take. And Widge did also kind of TP down bottom lane, and he's moved into this position when he was angling maybe for mid or bottom, but it doesn't seem to be a home for him. Like, Radiant Creep Wave is meeting the Dire Tier 1 down bot. They are zoning out now Darkseer a little bit. It doesn't seem like he's too bothered as Alicia just rejoins the fray. Let's see if Earth Spirit can actually get a roll onto someone. Because he's missed a couple now.
I mean, he's been having a really rough game. Playing into an Undying, dying top First Blood. He's looking to have some kind of impact. It doesn't really know where. I would have loved to have seen him just make a play on the Dragon Knight mid, especially with how low Robo Z has been laning into the Sanking and the Caustic.
Yeah, just make a play somewhere. Get under their skin.
Get under their skin. I like that. You know, sometimes, Gary, in Dota, you don't need to get kills. You only need to be annoying. And your opponents will tilt out or make mistakes on their own.
Just unsettle them. You always think about, CS, you look at the farm rate, compare it to net worth, but how comfortable was that? How does the player feel? What's their mentality? How much of a struggle do they need to put forward? As down bottom, Inkswell, great stun. They drop the wall onto Teemo, and a blood right towards Darkseer. Oh, Gardic's rotation. Drops Teemo.
Yep. Completely worth it for Hokori. I mean, they get the kill onto a Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker's idea was like, okay, I'm gonna trade with your double ion shields. I'm just gonna kill you faster so I can heal. But then Gardic came in, ruined the plan.
And then they drop the tombstone on the tower. Yeah, Analog, you called it, makes that rotation down bottom, pressure the tier 1. get another kill. Support down. How do you come and defend this? Do you have to bring 3 heroes, 4 heroes to try and defend this tower? You've glyphed it.
It's not possible against a Undying Darkseer DK. Like, these heroes are really good at surrounding the tower. You just gotta apply your own pressure, and that's what we see from Sacred. Pop the Exo, take it top. I would have rather seen him TP mid and Exo mid with the Sanking, because that's the harder tower to take. And while the DK is bottom and have used this TP, it would have been the genius play.
El Misho on a long walkabout from top lane through the jungle. Carapace and a stun. Does clip Teemo, but he's going to get ruptured up. I think the next assassin is going to be left stranded here. Hokori consider their options, but don't think it's worth it to go save him. Just allow Teemo to get the freebie. As they now know, there's 4 Radiant heroes all together there.
Yeah, he also put a ward there. I wonder if Unknown realized that there was a ward that went missing from the Nyx's inventory. Or maybe they thought he just gave up on life. Stood there to die.
Yeah. Well, they do get one of the wards that was a little bit deeper. Yeah, that's Radiant Large Camp.
We got
Blink
something pretty
Dagger.
big here. Robo Z. Yep, exactly. Blink Dagger. Level 3 Ink Swell. So anyone shows up mid, wait for the range creep.
Oh, they don't want the Nyx, do they? Give us a core hero.
They'll get anything. They should take anything. There we go.
Don't spend the epicenter. They've got enough damage between them. And now a bit of a push onto that tower, but in comes Mr. Dragonform himself. Drag the creep wave back. Gardic was also in the vicinity, and this has all been plenty of room for Lumiere. Well on his way towards Battle Fury. About 2,000 away from it. There's Blink on Sand King, it's investment into aggression. So that one kill, you know, it's nice and all, but Robo Z feels like he's definitely going to put his foot down and just keep on going.
I would like to see him get a Boots of Travels or something of that sorts, so he can have a little bit more mobility on the map, be able to match the Darkseer's Ion Shell lane shoving abilities in this game. Because Bloodseeker, DP, these are not heroes that want to be moving around the map too much. They just want to kind of stay in one area, take any team fights that come in that position. Vitaly, gonna get ruptured.
Oh, the Rupture Surge, Bloodright coming, Inkswell stunning.
They got him.
And that's Darkseer down.
Well done.
Yeah, triple
It's a
nulls.
very solid kill. That's a level 9
null.
Darkseer.
Yeah, he is. Arcane Boots, brought himself a Clarity, and straight into Aghanim Scepter.
I like it. I like the moment I saw the triple nulls, I was already thinking, this seems pretty good. You know, the bottle, all these other items, like they don't give you that much stats, but the triple nulls gives you the extra spell amp as well, mana regen.
Yeah.
Then just building into this looks good. This does look good.
Who did we see it from before? They went like 3 Aghanim Scepters on their team. Darkseer was one. They rushed Ag's Darkseer and they had someone really like beefed up with the Iron Shells and I don't know, Alacrity and stuff like that. And I'll
Was
have
it
to
a
go
Void
back and-
Spirit?
I can't quite remember. I'll have to go back and look for it. We've not had many Darkseer games, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Maybe Boyo Train could see, but there we go with the Blink stun. Catch him with a Burrow Strike. Robo Z half HP though has the Sandstorm as he's struck by the Vendetta and this Tombstone. It's causing them problems. They can't run past the tower. Walls dropped, another Dragon Tail, and Sacred's got caught up. That was an initiation from Unknown. Turned on its head.
That was a really nice Tombstone placement, plus the Bloodseeker was not there for the Bloodright, and on top of that, Sanking didn't even use his Epicenter when the Soulbind came out. He should have epi'd, went into the Dragon Knight, just settled for that one kill on the DK, and the fight would have exploded on its own in favor of Unknown. But he wanted too much, got too greedy, just went in for the Blink stun only, and got punished for it.
Yeah, it's Hokori that gets the damage onto the tower. There's a DP illusion doing nothing whatsoever back near it, but in comes that Burrow and Bloodright. Pick off Gardic. Take down the Undying and go again round 2. Maybe you can take the objective this time around. But while you're grouping up as 4 heroes in this mid lane, you know there's that hidden threat hiding in the jungle. Lumiere has Battle Fury. Almost double. He's got the money for it. Should be coming out pretty soon as Courier flies off to the shop.
Oh, Lumiere, didn't put the courier at the shop already? Shame. He's already farmed 200 gold
20
over the
seconds
Battle
wasted.
Fury.
Carapace. Oh, Sanking just dies. Straight up. Dead under the tower. Carapace stun.
Again?
El Misho annihilates him with that level 4 in a spiked carapace, and that's 2 deaths in quick succession from the Sand King, now dropping to 5th place in net worth.
Yeah, he has a blink dagger. He's a mid laner, but he's playing as if he has a bunch of items, a bunch of stat items, and he's super tanky. He's only got a blink and a wand. Doesn't really have much else, so you're still kind of like a support hero, and you need to play behind your tanky boys like Death Prophet, who's got Hood. Let them be the one getting gone on, and you just need to be ready with the epicenter or counter initiation.
Well, it looks like they're just going to bang their head into this wall again, Theban. They're TPing mid once more. Okay, it's a bit more delicate this time. They are smoking and looking for a pick-off before they go and clash with the tower. Soulbind yet again ready. Magnetize and burrow with the epi.
Dire's middle tower is
Time
under
to get
attack.
your finger on that trigger, RoboZ, because you need to make this one pay off. You can't have 3 unsuccessful
Epi.
fights. So, Vitali, there's the little spring into action onto the Darkseer. Take down Vitali, pop the Exorcism, and get the tower.
Dire's
And no
middle
defense from
tower
Hokori this time around. What's Bloodseeker been up to this past couple of minutes? He's got his Maelstrom done.
Maelstrom, yeah. BKB is next, queued up. A very classic Bloodseeker build. This is what you pretty much see every game. And he's doing the thing where, you know, he's a carry, so he needs to farm, and he doesn't stop farming. I've seen a lot of Bloodseeker carries lately in pubs especially, where they try to spend too much time fighting. But this hero needs to just keep on farming. The fights need to come to him, pretty much.
Oh, do they still go for that? Long range, Burrow Strike, Chain Stun the DK and the Spirit Siphon, percentage-based damage. Are there any more stuns? The TP, ooh, barely dies. Maelstrom Strike connects, but a vacuum onto Widge. The Earth Spirit caught up, the Soulbind, double burrow, back in onto Elmisho and guarding. The walls dropped on their heads. There's no real entry point for, Troll or Darkseer to continue that fight, and they'll focus down the Tombstone on that high ground. The Illusions, though, oh, they are doing a serious amount of damage to Sacred. Need that Ink Swell to speed the DP away.
Yeah, he's just out of there. And that's going to give information that there is a high ground ward there for Hokori, for Unknown, because he was able to kill that Tombstone. They thought it was going to be a pretty good fight, but all the cores were available, especially Timo joined that fight. Like I said, the fights come to him, then he's happy, right? It was in the vicinity. All he had to do was click phase boost one time. It was already there. Just dropping the double ruptures and getting the kill onto the DK as well. Good contribution.
Troll Warlord, the complete opposite. He was miles away up in that top lane. 1300
Both carries
to
wanting
BKB.
that BKB first.
Timo's going to have it sooner, though. Only 200 off it. It looks like Hokori will come back up here and get that D ward you were mentioning. They know there's vision in the area. How are they going to scout the high ground? Little courier? Yeah, give the vision up there.
So Darkseer with Aghanims, he's got it now. The gold for it. So the targets he wants to Iron Show is probably the DK and the Nyx Assassin. Troll Warlord for some HP is okay too if he's going deep into a fight. I think that's one of my concerns for Hokori's draft is they do have this Darkseer, but they haven't been able to utilize the Iron Shells that well because their mid is a DK. He doesn't use it too well, and the carry is a Troll Warlord. Kind of a range hero who just wants to AFK and farm. Normally you see like Ember, Void Spirit, Spectre. These are the heroes that you pair up with Darkseer. So they had to like wait till they get this Ags and then try to wait till the mid game where Troll can just go straight into the fight.
Seems like the primary game plan for Hokori, right, is get Lumiere farmed. And there's a Blink Burrow initiating on the Nyx, but out of sentry range now, so they turn onto Analog instead with a Rupture and a Silence. Tombstone drop behind him, but it looks like Analog's run the wrong direction. Wall with a vacuum, 3 of them caught up. The Soulbind on Vitali, but not sucking him to anyone, as Elmisho onto the Sand King with a Vendetta Strike as Troll Warlord is going to kill off the Phantom's Embrace and think about how he fights. Onto Sacred,
These
the
illusions.
DP. Another Silence, but these Illusions doing so much damage. There's a Vitali with a killing spree, and got it with a double somehow. The Undying comes out as the main victor in that fight, and a 2 for 4.
Radiant's
That's
middle
crazy. I
tower
actually
is
can't
under
believe they won that
attack.
fight because this Dragon Knight just got ruptured. They're under the vision. You know, they're getting this DK kill very quickly, but the Darkseer with the shells, with the Wall of Replica, was able to control the team fight long enough for Lumiere to just get the pick off on the Earth Spirit on the left side. They didn't even notice Lumiere was in the middle of that fight, and he didn't even have a BKB either. So now he's got the BKB ready with his ulti, and I think Hokori are ready to just go out there and fight.
Yeah, time to start using some smokes. Let's go. We've got our item timings hitting. I mean, Nyx Assassin, what, 400 away from Blink? He would love to have that, but Lumiere is very adamant that this is his farm and his creeps.
I do believe RoboZ, he needs to be a bit more cautious, Gary. He is spending way too much time playing aggressively in the engagements and not like going in and out. He just has to blink in, stun, get out, wait, epi, blink in, stun, sandstorm, and the fight's not over yet. Get out again and blink in again with your third stun. Like you gotta play that in and out game with this hero, especially with the build that he has.
And the guerrilla warfare.
Right.
and
It
forth.
feels like he kind of just goes in and as the first initiator, and the team is just having a hard time keeping up with him, and he's not tanky enough. He just dies.
It's kind of like the panel was talking about, how DK wants to fight, right? I think Trent said he jumps in and he plants. He sticks there, sticks his landing. Sand King, he can try under Sandstorm, but you always expect Sentry Wards or Dust, some kind of reveal to be there. And the fact that El Misho has the perfect setup within Sandstorm, just a carapace, and basically he solos the Sand King. Every fight, the Nyx Assassin walks into Sandstorm and literally takes him from 100 to about 15% HP.
You got to be very cautious of that. Exactly. This hero is an incredibly good counter to the Sand King. You can always set up to the Sand King when he's sandstorming, then spike carapace, dust him. Your team will make it in time before the impel ends for a follow-up disable. So look what he's got queued up now. Boots of Travels and then a BKB. It's a bit rough. Like I feel if he did have Boots of Travels, he would be way more farmed in this game. Because there's a lot of farm on the map coming in thanks to the Darkseer Iron Shells, and nobody's really able to pick that up quickly because they don't have Boots of Travels or their supports. They don't really want to TP to lanes. They want to be covering cores. And Unknown are starting to fall really far behind.
Yeah, and he'd be pushing out lanes. I'm just thinking, when was Nyx Assassin picked? First pick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like looking at these unknown heroes, everyone has spill damage. Every single one of them can get caught by that spike carapace. So
it's the value of Nyx Assassin right now. It's just a really powerful hero, especially in China. I've noticed that in almost every game, people just prioritize Nyx. It's like first pick or first phase ban, like no matter what.
Just guaranteed setup to your own stuns. Whoever he finds. And they are
Team
lurking.
fighting God.
And if they find RoboZ here, it's real sad times with the Sand King. And that Vendetta is coming his way, and there's one sentry over towards the Roche Pit for the Radiant, but none anywhere else. Grimstroke's holding one. And they are all kind of grouping up to defend their tier 1 tower. When do we start thinking about Roshan? Like Hokori, do they just want to get a pick off and go in? Can Unknown
so this
do
is
it?
exactly their plan right now. They just want to take this top tier 1 tower, see how the fight goes. If they can win the engagement, they'll go straight into the Roshan Pit and take that. If they don't win the engagement and all of Unknown heroes come up here, then still good. You're just going to play top middle anyway. Wait for the right opportunity to jump, get a kill, and then rush. So both teams are looking for this top play here. Death Prophet without the Exo, that's, I think, Unknown's problem at the moment.
Oh, they see the
She
Sand
needs
King.
45 more seconds.
They're trying to track back onto the SK.
Oh,
He's
Robo's
sandstormed. El
he's
Misho
super
doesn't have
dead, isn't he?
reveal. They don't have reveal on them. Gardic has
don't?
nothing either. No, they actually don't. They've got no sentries, no dust.
That's a little bit embarrassing because that's a free kill on the position 2.
The Radiant have it. They've got the reveal, but the jump in from that DK with a vacuum into the wall. They've caught the Sand King and the Grimstroke all up in place. The Yule self-used by the Sand King, but Lumiere with his BKB finds the target he wants, and it's Sacred's Death Prophet. A double kill straight off the bat, and Troll just running straight towards them. The epicenter is coming. The 3-man burrow. Turnaround time. Teemo's back in. Maelstrom's bouncing. They've killed him off the Sand King though. RoboZ down, and Lumiere doesn't get out in time. The Bloodright finds him before the Surge allows the distance to be made, and the Bloodseeker wants the Dragonite now. Give him the triple. Teemo desperate for it as the roll connects, and Widge will have it.
Wow, that was such a cool fight because you thought Hokori had this in the bag after killing off the Grim, the Sankin, and the DP. Then they realize they're out of gas. They want to TP out because the Troll is ruptured, and here comes a big bad Bloodseeker with the buyback from the Grimstroke and the Inkswell.
And now onto Widge.
Shreds.
They're hunting Gardex Undying. Nyx Assassin's return to the fight, though. Oh, another run forward with the Inkswell.
Oh, he dropped a tomb. Okay. That's a free tombstone if you want to get that. Now they're just going to run away from it. But that also means he won't have that up right away when he's alive Doesn't look like Unknown have any intentions of going into a Roshan pit right now, but they might want to consider it.
I guess Troll and DK now respawning here, TPing straight to that top outpost. Everybody's
Yeah, you're
vying
right.
for position around the pit.
They feel that there's potential for the Roshan to be taken, so they're already getting up here. Plus, it's kind of scary, isn't it, to do Roshan even with Exo against Wall and Vacuum.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, just against everything. Everyone's got so much spam and stuff they chuck on the ground or down, just flying out uncontrollable. Under a dire observer board, though. Widge and this Grimstroke do both get spotted. And they're holding a smoke, looking like they want to gather up and go make a play. And I don't think that was spotted. It was out of range of the deeper ward. You can see El Misho, yeah, he's actually wrapping around through that triangle. So an unexpected move here from Unknown straight into the dire portion of the map. Battalion on the low ground. Undying and Analog. There's the Blink Burrow. The Dragon Knight jumps straight onto the Grimstroke, though. The wall, there it is. The Epicenter's put out, but this vacuum back will catch Teemo and Robo-Z. While the Dragon Knight, he's zapped out. Teemo with so much damage pummels him into the ground, while Widge and Robo-Z still stuck in this dire triangle area. There's a Soul Rip and the Iron Shell to finish him off. There's about 1 million zombies chasing Sacred as well, halfway across the map.
This Wall is just doing so much work in every single one of these engagements, and Teemo, he couldn't just stand his ground and fight anymore. He just drops a Rupture onto the Dragon Knight, who looked like he wasn't really going anywhere, but needed that little bit of extra damage to be able to bring him down so he can get out right away. So they trade the DK for the 2 kills, and Grim did die back there. Sanking is also the position 2 that you lost, so you don't feel too bad on Hokori just for losing your DK here.
Especially when you can Roche. Yeah, Morbid Mask on the Troll. They've got Solar on the Undying. And they're into that pit.
So much damage.
Yeah, there's not enough time to get back up here. I mean, you've also got El Misho scouting. I wonder if Teemo saw that. Teemo got touched by the Iron Shell of the next assassin for a second there. But I don't think he noticed. And Roshan is going to be gathered up. Aegis in the hands of Lumiere. Nyx Assassin is still vendetted. Sees the Earth Spirit. Knows there's a couple of people by the tier 2. Probably a good spot to fight in, because Bloodseeker is pretty distant off to the right-hand jungle. And this time El Misho has reveal. Straight on top of him. Sentry dropped.
He didn't know where he
weird.
was? Yeah, because he was
guess
sitting
not.
along the tree line there, and he didn't expect
Radiant's
the
top
Sanking
tower
to
is
be
under attack.
over there.
It's funny that he jumped literally on top of the Sand King. Blinked on him perfectly. I mean, if he blinked and popped the dust there, it's a
Radiant's
guaranteed
top
kill.
tower has fallen.
I mean, you can kind of see the spike carapace going off in the fog, though, I believe. So it is a bit awkward. It's not
I like
just
the-
able to get him.
The animation on the enemy hero, yeah.
Yeah, the spike
Little
carapace
spikes.
animation when it procs, yeah. Unless that was like fixed or something, but I don't think it has been.
I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
Like
looks
that.
like just gonna run down mid now with this Aegis and the Dragon Knight Dragon form. He just popped it.
A basher
Still
on
feeling
Troll.
decently tanky. It's gonna be good against the Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker not gonna be able to trade up against the Troll, especially if he has the Battle Trance ready.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Yeah, he's going back into Basher. You know, he opted to finish off that Sanjin Yasha first.
Dire's
That tower falls so quickly. And now the response to defend bottom lane. El Misho. He saw them retreating. Or Teemo didn't BKB TP.
Oh,
he's gonna
he's
get
got him.
stunned. They caught him. Vacuum him back. Teemo, you can BKB now, but to what avail? Honestly, they're just going to keep on chasing you. Surge the Troll forward, get some bashes and nets, and it's the first hit from Lumiere, as you'd expect, honestly. BKB from Teemo. It does come out, but it just means El Misho is going to get an additional stun forward, catch him with a mana burn, surge Lumiere back in. He's still ruptured, though, and actually Teemo, oh, there we go. Dragon Knight makes the jump, finds that stun, and it's a big streak. It was on a monster
That's
kill.
A lot of gold. There's a lot of XP and gold going the way of Hokori, and in that position, you know, if you didn't have the read, the Nyx Assassin is chasing you, pop BKB and TP out. It's just so rough as a carry. You're never going to be able to get away from there, no matter how fast you are, because there's just so much time for Hokori to just walk their heroes down there. Unknown also don't want to TP to help the Bloodseeker, because they might be the ones in danger and give up even more kills.
And now they've lost control of both outposts. They haven't taken a tier 2 yet. So that bottom outpost is going to be guarded up. by Hokori.
Dire's top tower is under
And they've still got plenty of time on this Aegis of Troll. 2 minutes to go and get the final tier 2 tower bottom lane and control the rest of the map.
That's what they're waiting for on Unknown, just as Troll Aegis to run out. They have Exorcism, Death Prophet, and Halberd. She's pretty strong, to be fair, on this DP. Plus, they got that good team fight with the Sanking as well available. He's saving money to buy a BKB. Unknown are ready to explode as soon as this Troll Aegis goes out. But Hokori, I don't think they're going to back down either. The Darkseer with the pipe and his wall backs have been on point in this game.
Immediate D-ward from Prada.
Dire's top tower. is
Beautiful
under
little sentry pre-placed.
attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Gets rid of that Gardic Observer ward, but
Radiant's
another tier
bottom
2.
tower has fallen.
Still a minute of
Dire's
waiting
top tower is
time
under attack.
for Unknown to get past that Aegis. Hokori have got plans to go high ground. Elmi showed. Oh, it's a nifty little play there to try and catch the stroke of fate with the Carapace. Lumiere does have to be very wary of this Aegis timer. Don't want to be dropping too low or pressuring too hard. The rest of the map is completely open to you. There's no real reason to stay here. You've drawn the attention of the Radiant bottom. Now you can go and spread wide, play open map, while of course you forced your opponents to tighten up and actually smoke out of their base.
This would be very bad if they run into the Troll Warlord though. They find the Darkseer, that's the big kill here. He can't escape from the silence.
Yeah, just gonna get rolled on several times. Silenced.
Even magnetize him. Wow. It's a lot of hate for the Darkseer. I mean, that hero can't kill Phantom's Embrace, Gary. It's impossible.
Bunch! Yeah, he's pretty slow on the old hits, isn't he?
He really is. It's gonna give a little bit more room for Unknown because now the Troll Aegis is gonna expire in about 10 seconds and Sanking has finished his BKB, so I see some life here for Unknown.
Equally, Sanking is a BKB.
Wait. Okay, yeah. I thought he bought his Boots of Travels when I saw it leave his quick buy, the recipe, and then I realized he still has his gold, he just adjusted it. So it's gonna finish his BKB.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Spooky times.
Nyx won't be countering the Sanking now. That's good.
He's got a way around things. Well, look at this. DP wants to get this exorcism going. Tier 2 is at full health. And we're just frontlining. They're going to clear the creep wave. They are very tentative, aren't they? Poking, run back, kill the wave, see what the Dire's response is going to be, and it's Elmi's show. Vendetta hunting. Sees Robo Z and the Dragon Tail, the immediate initiation with a chain stun. Sand King doesn't even get a chance to BKB or Yules. They erupt to the Dragon Knight as Sacred gets hounded by the Nyx Assassin. Grimstroke's going to run away from the Troll on the other side of the fight. It looks like the DP's still going to get jumped here by the Darkseer and the Nyx with another blink forward. They can catch Sacred quite easily, under the wall especially. And Grimstroke does make his
these mana
escape.
burns. They've been so annoying for Sacred. He just can't cast any spells.
21,
already
Ghost
level
Scepter.
15.
Bloodright comes. Sacred looks alright. Analog's going to pop his dragon form. Stuns up onto that Earth Spirit. Send an illusion up onto high ground. Alright, let's go. Tombstone dropped as well.
Radiant's
Waiting for Lumiere to make his approach. The landing strip of that bottom lane needs a creep wave to come in, though. It'll arrive shortly. Look at how quickly that tower dies. Carapace not going to catch that Bloodright or the Bloodseeker, and they have glyphed this up. Clear out that creep
Alright,
wave.
Sanking's up.
Did come in, but yeah, 5 alive now for Unknown. Pretty much the majority of their ultimates available. 7 seconds for the Soul Bind, which is something they would love to have for a proper fight, but the Epicenter double burrow, DK Troll, both caught up in it. And they're focusing Analog. He pops his BKB, but he's just right-click down. Always TPing out. Not successful. They've got the Basher up. The stun from Teemo takes the DK down, but Troll Warlord's still going.
Panic.
Robo Z falls, and Teemo's got to run. Inkswell back to his fountain, and the rack still done. Sacred, the Exorcism. Is it working out? He's going to silence up the Undying, and they do pick off Vitali now. So Gardic and Lumiere on the retreat, leaving that Nyx Assassin all on his lonesome. But another Tombstone. Gardic found another one somewhere out of his sleeve. A Tombstone comes, and Teemo chases straight down on that Undying as the Troll. Oh, he's got Battle Trance, but no BKB. Disarmed by the Halberd. What's the plan, Lumiere? Turn and fight? Try and battle with your
Yes, he panicked
Satanic
as well.
Battle Trance? One charge is going to get anything off? No. The answer is absolutely not.
under attack.
they were out, and I think Gardic, he was making a call. Oh, let's fight. I have Tombstone, but they just gotta hit your Tombstone. They got 4 heroes alive, and they're right in front of your base. So even if you do kill one hero, they could just buy back, come back and fight you. So Hokori, you know, they were taking the melee racks. It was a good idea, but they stuck too close together with the DK and the Troll. Got an amazing epicenter off. They brought the DK low enough, even though he did BKB, he couldn't really fight afterwards. Try to TP out, that didn't work out. And Unknown, you know, these long drawn out fights with the EXO doing so much work is really benefiting them, Gary. And I'm starting to get worried for Hokori because these are the kind of fights that you can't be giving away to Unknown.
And Roshan alive in about a minute. Troll going to be thankful that he will respawn before Roshan does. Kind of interesting, double bounty runes spawned up in the top spot because no one's been playing top. Everyone's been playing bottom the past 10 minutes. And they catch the next assassin. Robozy and Widge find the jump. He's got Yules and Blink here. Let's see, can he slip away with a carapace? No, he's been damaged up too much. So El Misho
terrible.
Dead for 50.
That's 50, exactly. Now the Troll's alive in 18, then you have to wait 30 more seconds for the Nyx to revive before you can do anything as a team on Hokori's side. And this gives them 40 seconds of opening for Unknown to find further kills. We're gonna get this tier 2 tower. They do have a double damage in the Bloodseeker bottled up. And I would love to see another smoke here and just run across the map and try to find another kill here. But it doesn't really look like they have plans for that.
Or even Scout Roshan. Oh, the timing. Grimstroke, the timing.
Oh, is it
Walks into
alive?
the pit,
Wow.
sees it respawn. They ping it out.
Okay.
15 seconds for the next assassin. But look, Hokori, they know they need to go towards the pit as soon as possible.
They popped the Dragon Form already as well. And Analog still has a broom handle in his inventory. Just notice.
Interesting.
Yep.
We're just going to pop the smoke. Lumiere gets scouted with the Blink Dragon Tail. Initiation on the Earth Spirit. Turn with the Soul Bind. Nice BKB from both the DK and the Troll. But Roshan's dead, so he just grabbed up by the Bloodseekers. The Yules on a Sanking with his BKB going, but right click down. Teemo. No bash is landing on the Bloodseeker as Lumiere is ruptured up and doesn't want to run any further forward. And it's allowed El Misho to respawn and continue this fight now as they get on top of Sacred with a DK stun. Need to get in there with the Nyx Assassin as well because Teemo and Sacred stand up on top of this staircase. Back onto the Nyx Assassin we go. Where's the Troll? Lumiere's been zoned out completely by Widge. Lumiere couldn't enter the fight and they're now having to fall away. Oh, got it.
Well, they got 4v5. The double buyback's working out here, Gary. They bring the momentum back even after taking the Aegis and losing 2 heroes. I think Hokori, they're falling apart here, Gary. They're not sure what to do now because Roshan has been taken. They got Cheese. They got a shard as well on the DP now. I'm not so sure how good the shard on DP is, but, you know, it's still free 1,400 gold.
It's a 2-second fear if they're siphoned for 4 seconds consecutively. So if you keep siphoning the Troll Warlord and E-blading him and halberding him, Troll just can't hit
That
anyone.
sounds good. Exactly. He's going to start running away. So they really need to kill this Death Prophet. That's what I've noticed in these engagements. Like, Sanking is a cool kill, sure. Earth Spirit, also a cool kill. But this DP EXO is just doing way too much work. She's gone like full duration EXOs where all the spirits have been doing damage non-stop.
DK finally swaps out the broom handle.
Has he? Titan Sliver? Oh, he's found an amazing item.
Imagine that, 34 minutes in holding a broom handle as a Dragon Knight.
Yeah.
5-man smoke though from Hokori. If they're trying to make things work. This is definitely the way to do it.
Oh,
they walk straight into the Radiant team. The high ground tombstone and a great stun from El Misho. Oh my god! He catches like 3 of them. The Ghost Scepter Sacred tries to turn. No Exo for 4 seconds, still holding the cheese. Lumiere goes to work on the DP, but disarmed, silenced. They pop the cheese. Now Widge is in with his own BKB. Earth Spirit magnetizes them and forces the Troll to run away. Gardic and Analog on the other side of the fight, trying to get on top of that Aegis Bloodseeker, and they have taken his first life down. And it looks like Sacred still running there into Vitali, but Illusion's causing a few little issues for them. El Misho again with a carapace, no stun, just the mana burn to chuck onto Sacred. And Troll Warlord, he has healed up. Satanic Pop, no BKB, and no Battle Trance though for Lumiere. Dragon Knight, he can turn and stun. No, 4 seconds. Off cooldown in just a little bit, and now Bloodseeker. He's got an Abyssal Blade with a vacuum back. Catches 3 of them, and they pummel that Grimstroke down. Great carapace there, and the Blood Right from Teemo, but the range bash from Lumiere, and he focuses onto the Bloodseeker now. Hokori, they come back. The Smoke Gang
Unknown.
players, they split that fight 3 different ways.
Both teams had the same idea. They wanted to fight, but Unknown, they came through the low ground. They went through the river. You never, ever want to go through the river, Gary. That was an awful play there for Unknown. Grimstroke being the first one to get contact. I mean, I don't know how he managed to get the soulbind up. He did, but he instantly died, and this fight just became Hokori's just off of 1 kill.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Going
Sacred.
low ground to yeah, jump onto Sacred. Looks like Analog just going to go for a bit of a prod there onto the DP.
Radiant's top tower is
But
fallen.
yeah, if there's one thing you learn from Star Wars, high ground, high ground, high ground. It's all about that location. Sacred gonna get stunned up again. Doesn't have the E-Blade anymore and can't help but the BKB troll, so dead with buyback. Can return. No EXO for 45 seconds, and another lane of Barracks gonna fall here as Hokori claim yet another set. And they could go in towards mid as well. There's a tombstone. DK ulti's still going, it's just freshly popped.
With the Titan Sliver, Gary. A DK with the Titan Sliver.
Oh,
Not
yes.
a broom handle anymore.
And not a broom handle. And they blink Burrow Epicenter, sure, but onto
Oh my
Lumiere.
God,
Rubers, he
damage.
just falls immediately. He can't come back in. He's dead for a whole minute, and they're chasing Teemo under his tier 4s. Lumiere, the ranged axes slow him down, but they've got to deal with Sacred now. Blood Right in onto them. Weird is BKB'd, but the right-click damage is so substantial that Hokori just stand and battle. And Mega Creeps are going to be coming. You're down 3 heroes with no buybacks. It's a 2v5 at this point. It's actually just GG. They call it as a 2-0 victory for Hokori over Team Unknown.
Dire victory.
Well, the Troll Warlord Darkseer Dragon Knight, like this combo, it prevails in the end. It just came down to one smoke gank, right? Where you just make a very crucial mistake in where you're going to be moving through, the angle you're going through, and Hokori had the perfect jump. They had vision of all the heroes. They were able to split the fight as they wanted. And the Troll Warlord at this stage in the game, like, he's just such a beast, especially against Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker can't really 1v1 against the Troll Warlord either. So if you don't get the jump first on Unknown, you're pretty much going to lose the fight every single time. And that's what happened. So Hokori 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, like Bloodseeker 13-3-12, Troll like 11-2-8. You know, kill wise, they look pretty even there. But man, that Lumiere Troll is able to bash and net and root, and an MKB towards the end, paying off beautifully. I mean, Zyori, Hokori and Unknown. I mean, towards the bottom of this Division 1 group stage, but Hokori looking pretty good.
Continuing to stay interesting here. Even this bottom matchup, 2-0 and 3 teams squared up against each other. A fairly convincing series for Hokori, but not without some mistakes. And also now with Analog in the mix, it makes us wonder a little bit, is this version 2 of Hokori? Are they going to gel pretty quick? Because that looked all right. That looked like 5 players on the same page to me, boys.